Hi, everyone. This is D. Durrell with D. Durrell Life Solutions. I am here at my Houston office. I'm going to touch upon the topic that I've been hearing a lot in the YouTube streets lately, and it kind of stemmed from the interview that Kevin Samuels facilitated with Brittany Reiner. And this is something that I've heard throughout in various incel communities and red pill communities and so forth. And it is the fallacy, a statement that's not necessarily backed up through fact. The fact that thoughts are winning. This video today that I'm going to talk about as I evaluate that and I give my own professional opinion, personal opinion, and observation is that thoughts are not winning. Thoughts appear to be winning. Thoughts, a lot of people assume thoughts are winning, and thoughts are very, very talented in making you believe that they're winning. But in reality, thoughts are not winning. Now, I'm not one to talk about women in that manner. I'm not saying it in the manner to disrespect women. I'm saying it in the manner to fit the context of this video and for those who label women in that manner and the fact that women label other women in this manner. And there are women who love to live up to the thottish culture and thottish, I would say, image per se. Now, give you the reasons why thoughts are not winning. Number one, thoughts are not winning because being a thought long term sets you up for failure. You see, many thoughts are unhappy. Many thoughts don't necessarily live the happy ending. Many thoughts don't get married and have children, or if they do, they're putting their children in poor situations. There are many women who are older who reflect on the fact that when they were younger, they operated as such, and they put themselves in a position that now that they're older, their value has went down and they cannot find a man. There are many women who talk about the fact that when they were young and vibrant and free, they had all these women, these men around, and they did all these things for them. And now that they're older, that attention went away, the financial support went away, the emotional support went away, the sexuality of being looked upon in that manner has gone away. It has disappeared. So now you have a person who doesn't have any of those things. Another thing you have to look at as far as for people who quote unquote are thought and why they're not winning is because they look externally to support what they emotionally want internally. They're at the will of other people. Let me repeat that. Second reason, thoughts look at validation and emotionality from other people, the emotional support of others. Their value is seen visually from others. Thoughts fail to look within themselves to build their own self-esteem and self-worth. When you look at others as a means of helping you build upon yourself, you're at the will of the people. You're at the will of other people, not at the own devices and will of yourself, demands of yourself. Again, as I repeat this is one of the reasons I will concur with anyone that says thoughts are not winning. I understand, guys, you're looking at the fact that they're on social media. That's all surface. They're on social media, they're wearing these tight clothes and they hot girl city, hot girl summer, and all that other different stuff. They're yay-yaying and laughing and enjoying life and men at that will. But there's a flip side of that we don't see. They won't let you see that because if they let you see that, it makes them more vulnerable for the fact that they're not as happy as they pretend to be. Thoughts are not happy. Third, most thoughts don't like the lifestyle. They don't like this lifestyle. They don't like the fact, even though they may brag that they got one guy paying their car note, one paying the rent, one paying the put stash in the bank account, one taking care of the light bill, phone bill, everything else, paying for vacations. Most thoughts, I can't speak on everybody, but most, particularly those that at some point have some level of consciousness of what they're doing, they reflect and they don't want to be giving themselves up and bordering out their body in order for financial gain. Most would like to have one person that can do those things. The problem is the men who are established and well to do those things don't want women like them long term. They only look at you as a short-term fix for whatever sexual appetite that they have. And once that's been fulfilled, they throw you away. So technically, the behavior and the thought process of thoughts, it actually goes against what they really, really want. And that's to have a typical relationship like anybody else under typical circumstances and not be in the limelight. And yes, one could say, no, well, something like this, and why in social this actor does this, this person does this, and this rapper is paying her this and that, and Kevin Samuels took her out to go shopping. Thoughts are winning. No, they're not. They're not. Next reason. I see people who, I'm not going to label them as such, but professionally, I have seen women who have acted in similar ways, similar behaviors. A lot of these women have emotional problems, stem from child abandonment, stems from physical sexual abuse, stems from verbal abuse, stems from some type of childhood trauma or lack of a parent, or don't have either parent. A lot of these people seek, again, the key word is seek, because thoughts seek out to get what they don't have within their own family structure. But in that seeking out, what they justify the fact that they should get these things based on the fact that I'm deserving because I didn't have growing up. You see, there's a thought process behind that. There's a process of you understanding that it's a reason why these women do the things that they do. They're not doing it for no reason at all. They're doing it because they're trying to overcompensate for the lack of something that they missed out on at some point in their life. Hence, I say again, thoughts were never winning. They're just giving a better platform. They're giving better platforms to make it appear. They're putting on facades. These women don't want to sleep with a lot of these men. They don't like going through that motion of sleeping with men, wearing certain things, talking crazy, embarrassing themselves and their family. You think their families, friends, and even some that have children don't notice what they're doing and the backlash that they get in their personal life that you may not see on social media. See, all you're seeing is the smiles and the admiration and all these other different things that people like to see to be entertained. But in the private setting, in the privacy of their own home, around their own people, their family, and so forth, they're being chastised and ridiculed, and it doesn't feel well. It doesn't feel well. That's why you see people in certain industries and entertainment, once they finish up with what they're doing, they're done. Because of that lifestyle. Facts. Next thing we have to look at is that people who engage in this type of behavior have a higher risk for sexually transmitted infections and diseases. So it's a health risk. They have a tendency to put themselves in bad situations to potentially be abused, both physically, sexually, or psychologically. That's why it's so easy for people who engage in sexual solicitation to rein in on these ladies and encourage them to do all types of things for monetary gain. Because a person that chooses them like that, person who operates as quote unquote pimp or what have you in that industry, understand that a lot of these women are in need of something. And if I provide that, they will mentally submit to me to whatever I need them to do to make me money. See, there are Thots who engage in real live prostitution and so forth in the sex industry. There are those who engage in doing cam work. There's those who engage in OnlyFans, and they do things on YouTube channels, all based around that exterior physical characteristics, but nothing within the in-depthness of who they really are, their true character, their true nature, their true benefit to you. So notice I said all of these truths that a person doesn't get to know because this person fails to show them their true self. Okay? That's a fact. This is what happens. So we're looking at the end results of Thots operating and enjoying things that they didn't even pay for. A lot of what they're getting is enabled by men or other women, not by themselves. But when the attention goes down, when men are not approaching you, when men are not offering to do things for you, when you don't get the attention, when you're not getting the admiration, you're not being sought after, all you're gonna have is an older woman who is somewhat in despair over the many mistakes they made when they were younger. That's facts. That's what's going to happen. But that's the case. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed my video today. I hope you enjoyed my stance in regards to why Thots are not winning. Please, if anyone wants to challenge me and say, well, so-and-so got this and so-and-so got that, please, it is not necessarily as important to focus on the monetary gain, the physical social media facades that are displayed, because it's not real. It's not real for the most part. Some it is, but it's not real. So, that being said, guys, thank you for coming in today. This is D. Durrell with D. Durrell Life Solutions. Please, guys, subscribe and share.